Previously on Sailing Adrift, we left Crescent City, California for an 11-hour show down to Eureka. In doing so, we checked most of the boxes of things we didn't want to have happen, including our engine not starting, a small crisis with our sea strainer, a sea state our autopilot couldn't handle, a seasick Kelly, and arriving into the channel, dodging crab pots, and anchoring in the dark.
Got the radar on, it's getting dark, we gotta go through a freaking bar.
But somehow, we survived.
We made it.
We didn't die.
That was the longest trip I've ever taken.
This morning, we woke up to our new surroundings. After a stupid late arrival anchoring in the dark experience, we were pleasantly surprised and relieved to be perfectly situated between the beach and any channel traffic. Now time to get the car ready to go into town, which is like a whole process of deployment.
Alright, go ahead and get me off.
Okay. They're coming for us!
Just as we left the boat, the Coast Guard came out with their helicopter and started heading towards Drifter. We had no idea what was going on, and there wasn't any kind of broadcast on the radio. Meanwhile, our outboard just suddenly decided to take a shit, leaving us stranded in the middle of the channel.
I didn't know you were gonna do that.
What?
I didn't know you were gonna do that.
I'm trying to start the engine.
Chris got us back up and running again, and was able to maneuver us safely out of the channel. But then we started hearing sirens, which was somewhat alarming. Definitely a state of confusion for the two of us. Turns out the sirens were a false trigger on our anchor alarm. It's linked to our phone coordinates, so it just goes off when we leave the boat. And the Coast Guard just happened to be practicing with their helicopter. Now we gotta figure out where to tie up, so we can get off the dinghy and onto land.
I don't see anything. No people. Maybe go around to the other side.
We finally found something that might work, although it might be a little high for Captain Shorty over here.
Okay.
Normally, we'd work from the boat, but with the overcast skies, it makes sense to conserve our solar power, plus we can stretch our legs.
Trick is going to be getting back in.
Yeah.
Especially if the tide is lower.
Can you maybe put the camera down and help me?
Yeah.
Thanks for the help.
Yay! We did it. This is our life now, Kelly.
Yeah.
Welcome to Life on the Hook. Heading into town now. Mission is to find some Wi-Fi so we can get to work and do a little research for future stops.
So far, I don't think this part of Eureka is set up for cruisers. When we talked to the lady about anchoring, she completely acted like this was the first time anyone's ever done it.
Yeah. I mean, clearly there's people doing it, though.
Kind of.
There was somebody, a fishing boat anchored last night.
Maybe just overnight.
Yeah, but the whole longer than 72 hours is not a thing.
Well,
But
no,
it
they
is
have
for
that.
us.
You have to get the permit. But they
Right,
were trying
they
to
were
charge
not.
us a fee, and I'm like, I don't think there's any fee verbiage or anything like that.
There's not.
And then coming in with the dinghy, it's not a whole lot of options. As you can see, we picked the best one that we could come up with.
Yeah, and it worked.
We found a little diner called Eureka Village Pantry, and this would be our office for the next several hours.
found a little diner here called The Pantry that's fine with us to post up for a while, have some breakfast, and get some work done.
This will be
I concur.
Breakfast was simple and delicious, and we both got a fair amount of work done. We'll give it 3 out of 5 stars. Stop if you're in the area. Now back to the boat.
Well, we've made it back and successfully and gracefully made it aboard floater. Now we are headed back to the real boat, the big boat.
Get it, Kelly, don't miss.
Got it.
Anchoring has its perks for sure, but it would be nice if the sun made a stronger appearance for our energy's sake. Chris is up on deck scrubbing stuff because we got salt everywhere, all over the deck and the windows. So he's just giving everything a good scrub down. All that salt from the ocean, man, it got all over our Starlink and our windows and our solar panels set up, so the deck too. Oh man. So I guess this is just part of boat life, scrubbing salt off your deck. Meanwhile, I get to be inside and do some computer work. It is a little rolly out here, so I'm kind of taking it in waves, literally. Come back up here, watch the horizon, start to not feel nauseous, and then I go back down. Yeah, we are on the hook right now and totally off the grid. So we got our own water, own power, own heat, and life's pretty good. It's very quiet, very peaceful. At this point, we were trying to remain optimistic with our situation. The weather was looking pretty ugly for the next few weeks, which we knew would delay our next departure. This anchorage was a little too rolly for me to really be productive, and making multiple trips with the dinghy into town was just not practical. So we decided to move into a slip at the Eureka public marina, until we felt safe enough to make the next jump. We secured a slip at a fairly inexpensive rate for the next few weeks. Not knowing how long we'd be stuck here, we were trying to make the most out of it. This is definitely not part of the plan, but hey, plans change.
Oh, the weather. The weather's got us stuck in Eureka for possibly up to a couple of weeks. And that's why we ended up moving to the marina. The marina costs about $35 a day, but if you stay for a month, it's only $250 for your boat. So we elected to pay that monthly rate. We've been here for a couple of days now, and we're just kind of waiting for a weather window. There is a NOAA, or a National Weather Service station here in Eureka. That's where I'm headed today, because I'd like to stop by and chat with them and see if I'm on the right track with my own analysis of the weather, see if they have any advice on when we should leave or anything like that. So we're going to hoof it through the downtown area from the marina, across the bridge to a little island, and on that island is the National Weather Service station. The place we're staying is pretty rough. You know, they've got like rust on the doors, the showers are a little beat up, like a lot beat up. One of the doors doesn't close, so Kelly the other day was in there watching a man sit on a bench with the water hitting him, sans clothes. Yeah, but it'll get us by. Plus we've heard rumors of theft running rampant with a homeless population here in this area, which is really becoming a problem everywhere, and I won't get into that. But leaving Portland, I did not leave the homeless problem behind.
Chris made it to the National Weather Service office. Let's see what that's all about.
Hi. I just came in to chat with someone. We have a sailboat that we're trying to head south. Okay. I didn't know if there was anyone that would be around and chat about like the outlook or when would be a good time to go or anything like that.
Yeah, there should be somebody if you want to come in here and sign in.
Sure, yeah.
Chris then explained our plans for departure, and they were able to show us the forecast of many variables.
Gotcha. Yeah, so we're going to have these kind of strong southerly winds at least through Tuesday and Wednesday. So what we have going on is we have this storm system offshore here.
Do you guys monitor sea state at all, or?
Yeah, so I'm just showing you wind here as we head into Wednesday, Thursday, which is when we kind of have that moderate to calm north wind. We're looking at seas 6 to 7 feet. Most of that's wind wave.
So how far out does your outlet go? Like,
so our official forecast here is only 7 days. What I would say is what little long-term guidance we have, because we don't get too much, but the Climate Prediction Center is what does all this stuff beyond 10 days. So 10 days, because we look at that shorter term. And their forecast would show these storms tapering off pretty quickly in April.
okay.
If that comes true, we'll see.
Yeah.
But their current prediction is that, these should be our last couple storms.
Are you guys here all the time, or?
Yeah, we're 24/7, so you can always give us a call.
Well, damn, those guys were super helpful. And they're here 24 hours a day, so you can basically just stop by anytime. It looks like we're probably looking at another week here, and then the weather's supposed to clean up a bit, but that's a longer term forecast, so it's less reliable as, what's going to happen tomorrow. And what's going to happen tomorrow is no bueno. I think I'll head back this way on Friday to kind of get a better outlook for early next week. They're saying that might be a good time to take off. Winter is finally coming to a close here in Eureka, California, and so the ocean is not allowed to sustain all those storms anymore. So we hope.
Meanwhile, back at the boat, we were feeling totally validated on our decision to get a slip versus stay out on anchor. The wind had really started to kick up, and it would have been super uncomfortable swinging around out there in the bay. It's the wind, man. It's the wind.
Weird. Have you felt that before?
Yeah.
It is a blustery night. Storm warning in effect. Right now we're getting some 25 to 30 knots sustained here in the marina with gusts over 40, which is crazy. It makes our solar arch go, but it's holding good. The biggest I've seen is 46 knots of wind. But I guess this is why we're not out in the ocean right now. I guess this is why we're stuck in Eureka. And I'm making dinner. We're gonna have some chicken and rice. Real exciting. We were supposed to go out for pizza tonight, and this happened. We saw 50 knots. That's pretty fast. That's well over 50 miles an hour. I don't even know what that is, but I'll have Kelly put it on the screen right here. Anyway, dinner's ready. I think I overdid it a little bit.
Thank you.
It seems like we're like in the middle of a storm in a movie.
Seriously,
Like there should be like water and lanterns moving and all sorts of things. What we have tonight is chicken over rice with white barbecue sauce and onion jam and a tahini Caesar mixed green salad.
It's lovely.
Enjoy!
Thank you.
Over the course of the week, the weather started to shift, and the idea of leaving Eureka and continue our journey south was becoming a lot more promising. One advantage of being in a place this long was having some extra time to work on the boat, do some provisioning, and simple errands like refill our prescriptions, because Lord knows I need my anti-nausea meds. Eureka was much more charming than Crescent City, but still not where we were hoping to be by now. The downtown area, or Old Town, is really quite charming. Lots of boutique shops, cafes, and overall, very walkable. The city of Eureka is located along Route 101 on the shores of Humboldt Bay and is the largest coastal city between San Francisco and Portland, Oregon. Eureka's founding and livelihood was and remains linked to Humboldt Bay, the Pacific Ocean, and related industries, especially fishing. Eureka is the home port to more than 100 fishing vessels. Area catches historically include salmon, tuna, Dungeness crab, and shrimp. Now that you know everything about Eureka, I am happy to report we finally got our pizza fix. This is Paul's Live from New York pizza.
Pre-departure pizza. All right, we've tried most of it before, but let's see what the combination tastes like.
Small confession, we actually got this pizza a few days ago, but they forgot the sausage, so now we're back for our free redemption pizza. This is the Tony Soprano. Traditional pizza with mushroom, sausage, red onion, and ricotta cheese.
I love sausage on pizza, man. There's no better topping. Put some onions and mushrooms on there, I'm happy. The ricotta, I know you really loved it. I like it. If I'm gonna have like a New York pizza, I just want sausage on it. But like as much man meat as you can put on it.
Yeah, put that in your pie hole. Paul's gets a 4 out of 5 star rating from us. Definitely something to go out of your way for.
It's still freaking windy here.
Yeah.
I'm getting tired of it.
Me too.
I like the wind when I want to sail, and I like it to be calm when I don't want to sail. Is that too much to ask?
Apparently.
We're going to get some groceries because we have a bit of a weather window tomorrow. To make our way down, we're going to try to either get to Half Moon Bay, just south of San Francisco, or all the way to Monterey, which is just a bit farther down. We got to get fuel and we got to get food. We're going for the food. Tomorrow we'll get the fuel. Kelly's got grocery bags in her backpack.
Yes.
I did not bring a backpack. I should go get that. Please hold. We've arrived at the closest thing to a grocery store we can walk to.
Grocery outlet.
We are not getting much in the way of sustenance. Just a bunch of junk, huh, Kel?
Yeah. Well, see, we don't really eat while we're underway.
Yeah.
We snack.
All right, let's go check out and get out of here. Head home. So what, did you just get a bunch of junk food?
Basically, for $37.50, we got some sausages, cookies, and cheese. And some
Huh.
cheese.
What else?
Oh, we got some
Pumpkin spice latte cookies and some green salad.
salad.
And some ginger ale for our upset tinymies.
Mostly mine.
And 2 kinds of licorice.
Yeah.
Really, just like a bunch of weird stuff, because that's what the grocery outlet does.
Looks like this is our last night in Eureka, which is pretty exciting to be able to move on to the next place. Just kidding, we checked the weather again and it still sucks. This place is windy and cold and I hate it. While we're here a bit longer, I got bored and did a thing. This is before, and proof that you can cut your hair from anywhere in the world with only a few simple tools, and totally by yourself. I'm not actually in a prison, it just looks like a prison. First, brush all your hair to the front like the girl from The Ring. Then, get out your best scissors and form your hair into a unicorn horn on the top of your forehead. Periodically check for visitors because this looks super weird. Band your hair horn into one big ponytail. Then divide that tail into 3 smaller tails and band them all up at the same length. Okay, make sure they're all about the same length. Then you hack off all 3 tails. Clean up anything that you didn't get a straight cut on. This is the part where you make a series of upward angle cuts to each section to achieve that feathering look. Brush out errant hairs, and shake it like a Polaroid. Then deband and brush out. Ta-da! Bye-bye, split ends. Hello, healthy hair. Meanwhile, Chris was also finding ways to keep busy.
Headed to the hardware store. It's 2 miles away. And I'm gonna stop by the grocery store and head back, trying to put together the last few things we need before we're ready to go. It's funny though, the homeless folks are pretty damn good at camouflage around here. Look at that, a pair of jeans. So I found several shirts, several socks, a couple pairs of underwear, a pair of jeans, and a pretty nice Carhartt hoodie. So based on, had I been completely naked and dropped into Eureka, just walking around, I could have completely outfitted myself. Oh, and I also saw kind of like a douchey leather jacket sitting on a fence once. There you go, I'd be all set. Nice and cozy by now.
Ready?
Just about. Setting up some decoy lighting.
It's like waiting on a woman.
Wow, that is sexist. In this day and age, Kelly, really?
Yeah, really. We're gonna experience the nightlife cultural scene of Eureka, California.
Yeah, and plus, I really thought it would be prudent for us to see if we can't find that fella all the sea lions are looking for.
Art,
Yep.
good one.
Thank you, Kelly.
Blow it up.
All right, so we're actually fairly close to the downtown area. Let's go see what's going on.
This was the first Saturday of the month of April. All the galleries were open and the main drag was closed off and lined with vendors.
Look, Kelly, local art.
Yeah.
Fat guys with canoe heads handing out books.
We wandered around for about an hour and then headed back towards the boat, but decided on grabbing a late dinner on the way.
We left the downtown area because we've been meaning to try this little spot, and we feel like tonight's the night.
Yep. We're gonna
Ready to go in? We're going into Vista Del Mar. We've got drinks on the way. Grab some grubbins. Here it is, Kelly. Cheers. Our first drink in 2.5 weeks, which is crazy for the two of us. And I haven't had a Modelo for forever. Oh yeah, that's the stuff. The food has arrived, Kelly. Give it a shot.
These tacos get a 4 out of 5 star rating from us. So far, this is definitely one of Eureka's highlights.
Yeah, it's real tasty. Okay. Oh, what?
Poop.
Oh, that's one hazard you run into a lot around here.
All over this town. there's
Feces
poop.
on every sidewalk. We play a game called Is It Human?
Well, that was a fun evening in Eureka. Got to explore the town. We had some amazing tacos.
What an evening.
Yes.
And now it's dark.
Well, that's it for this week. Will we ever get out of Eureka? Tune in next week to find out. Well, we tried to leave. We made it to the fuel dock, which wasn't a success, but we made it. We got fuel. Then we headed out and immediately lost steering.
Smile, Kelly. Shh. We're on camera, Kelly. Yeah, just record it, Kelly.
Just shut up.
Just record
Stop
this.
talking.
No, like we get some live music.